All right, Ella, welcome again. This class, this may be part one because this Zoom is not a paid membership Zoom. So if it stop us out, I will send you another link or you return the same link and then we'll continue. So the
Okay, sir.
basic things I want you to understand or to take keen not attention to when you want to start learning trading is that number one, keep the issue of you want to make money aside and then wear the clothes of I want to learn the skill. I go to your Facebook and I saw what you are doing, and I believe you did not learn doing that. But when it comes in terms of making money online or on forex trading, people keep that aside and they think that something that will just come and then we want to take the money right here, right now. And if we don't make the money, the thing is not working. No. I'm a medical lab scientist and I told people I know how long we stay in school in order even to even have the certificate, not to talk of the job. And after we have the certificate, there was no job. And even when there was some private job, we have to pass through a lot of difficulty in terms of after you have worked for somebody, he will boldly come up and tell you that there is no salary for you because my children this, my children that. And it's private and you just have to take it. So the whole thing here today we're going to concentrate on basically is that exactly what is this forex? If we have already know the mindset that okay, this forex stuff is something that yes, people make money. We are not going to do definition of what is forex because I believe those ones you can be able to get through it, or when we're able to meet, then I can give you a particular book or handout that I did prepare. I think this was how many years ago, if I can to see the year, but I know that this was around 2022, 2021. But it's still the same thing. The market has never changed right before me and you was born, and even after when me and you was passed. The most important thing here is that we just have to understand that uh, trading is something that anybody can be able to learn and equally be able to practice. So when we talk about forex trading, is that number one, you have to come to times that it's the largest financial market in the entire world with about almost 7 point something trillion dollar. That is the cap market on a daily basis. And then we were told, and when we went to make research, and then I discovered that this thing has been in existence even right before money became paper money. You know, money was not in paper, but along the line, transfer money into paper. So before money become paper, there is trade by barter. You have a quote, we do this, we do this. All those ones are what? Trading. So it's the same thing when you're going into the online way of exchanging money for money. This one is money for money, not money for another. And then another ideology we always want people to understand here is that, yeah, here is your buying and selling. Whether you have it or you do not have it, you just have to leverage on the technology because if they ask me how they do Facebook, how internet is working, I don't know. And we don't need to reinvent the wheel that we want to know how the things start, how we must have. No, there are some things that we do not need to know. There are some things that we do not need explanation. The only thing we just have to understand, to know about it, to understand how it works and follow the principle. I believe, even as a Christian, the Bible says, find in the path, the ancient path. If you find it, where stay there. But the Bible said that a lot of people say they said they doesn't want to follow that. That's where problems start. So, but when one is able to follow it the way it has been aligned, the way it has been arranged, not try to reinvent the wheel, then definitely success at the end of the tunnel is guaranteed in trading. So it has been in existence for a long period of time. And then when you go to places like Wuse in Abuja here, you discover that they do exchange dollar for naira. It's the same thing, just that that one is off the flow, as in like it's on the flow. They are doing it physically. You are seeing the people, you are exchanging with them. But coming to the online aspect of it, which is the high frequency trading, is off the flow. You are not doing it physically because number one, you do not even know who you are trading against, who you are trading with. And that is why 95% of people that do come physical for training, they hardly make it simply not because of anything. It's because they are looking for comfortability of somebody to comfort you. No, here you do not need anybody comfort, and you do not need to know everything before you kickstart. No. What you just need to have, number one, is self-confidence, not overconfident. Self-belief, having faith, not overfaith, not overbelief in something. Because it's low. Somebody told me, one of my mentors said that if you throw a stone up, it doesn't continue going up. When it reaches to that climax of where you throw it up, it will start coming down. Because the law of gravity, that stone must obey. So everything is governed by law. It's just of a reason that I've come into some good numbers of age now by the special grace of God, that I begin to wear two things and then I understand. Do you know that even when you want to make money secularly or you want to make money as a Christian, it's the same principle. There is nothing that changed. The pastors, people think that they are more successful, they're collecting offering. It's a lie. Those guys apply the rule and the principle of success, which is the same thing here. The mindset of a trader is the key thing, because success is 95% mindset and 5% principle. Nobody should deceive anybody. It's very spiritually. We can talk about chat when we get to chat, but if at the end of our talk and our explanation, you do not believe that this thing is possible for you, forget about it. Whether I will come to your house and be telling you buy, sell, is still not going to work, because we can enter the same trade with you, and at the end of the day, I make money and you lose. The same thing, not different thing. We enter at the same time. It's just that at some particular point, I believe that this and this and this and this were the ingredients that if it proves to me this way, it means that we have come to the end. But you were trading on hope and believe that it must obey you. So at the end of the day, you see, you end up losing. We're just setting an example, or the person end up losing, let's not use you. So those are some of the things we're trying to let people to understand that, see, you come here, the first thing you have to put in the back of your mind is that this thing, it is my responsibility to make it work. How? When I learn the principle, then I apply the principle. And my mentor told me that the proof of learning is a result. So until you have the result, otherwise you are still what? Struggling to figure it out. So you learn by proving a result. Your result is the proof of you have learned something. But when you know something, which we go to school and know a lot of things, but we do not have the result, is simply because we were only taught how to do it, and then we were tested to know whether we know, and we prove that we know, then they mark the script, and then at the end of the day, that is all. So knowing is different from you learn something. So the mindset must be that you want to learn. And then when we understand that, then we come to understand in terms that, okay, this market is made up of this billion. Who are the people that come together to make this? This includes everybody living today. His faith of his financial lifestyle or his finances is depend on what? It depends on this forex market. But when you tell a lot of people, they will say, no, I say, no, where? Today they're talking naira and dollar. Currencies like naira, they doesn't exist in the market. It's simply because the way naira is being fluctuating is not something to talk about in the financial market. When we get deep into the story of the currencies, you discover that like Nigeria is not even a country. Why will you exchange one naira for $1 for 1,000, almost 800 naira? And while other current countries have been trying for decades and years to have a difference in their own currency with dollar for a cent, it has not yet happened. Why? It's simply because everything you see in the market. Another thing I want you to understand again is that the market is being programmed by what we call an algorithm that runs it. So when you're going into the market, always remember that it's a program. So when you have the code that the program runs, you should know when the program is about to get tired, and you should know when the program is about to get worse, and you know when the market is about to get better. And when you get those codes, then you will know when and where not to, where to stop and when not to start a journey in the trading. So it's made up of the banks, the world banks, central banks of almost every country on earth. They trade. All the banks that you participated with, they trade in the financial market. Why? Everybody wants value for his own money. And banks are using people money to make money for themselves, and you do not need to blame them. Why? It's simply because they do not force people to bring their money to the bank. The people that bring their money to the bank. So, as at the same time, I normally tell people we have some major currencies that, as we go into the trading, you should be able to know that these are the major currencies that everywhere you go in the world, you can be able to trade with, or you can be able to work with. Number one of these major currencies, because we have now established that it's a market that anybody can trade it globally. And secondly, we discovered that banks participated. And thirdly, before we get into the major currencies or the currencies that people can be able to trade on, is that you and I, we are retail traders, which we are like 5% of the entire market. Meaning that even those who make millions of dollars every week or every year trading as an individual, trading as a corporate small organization, they are still retail traders. The major guys are the big countries in the world that move the currencies, that move the market based on what I call algorithm. Algorithm is a program that has been designed to move on his own. Like Facebook is moved by an algorithm, WhatsApp is moved by an algorithm, laptops are operated by an algorithm. So it means that it's a set program that when you do this, this happens. So that is the way the market has been programmed. Not that anybody is somewhere trying to pressurize it, this and that. I know earlier before now, people, you may have read it that the market movement could sell and buy prices. I doesn't believe that. Why? I have watched this market in seconds, in minutes, in hours, in days, in weeks, in months, and I do not see anything that resembles somebody is somewhere trying to force it to make it happen. No, except maybe on times of news. But I saw that the smooth movement of the market, even as of this morning that I was trading, there is nothing that looked to me like if these people come. No, I have come to terms and understanding that this market is moved based on a programming that has already been allocated into the Forex market or the crypto or the index or whatsoever. There's numerous markets to be traded. At the end of the day, when you have the skill, it's your duty and your responsibility to pick one and stay with it and make your money. So we are talking of currencies. We have major currency like USD, which is the United States of America dollar. Normally it's being called US dollar equally at the same time. So these ones we can be able, these are not even something that we can be able to waste much time. We don't need to waste much time here. But these are the currencies that this is like the number one currency because US control almost all the economy of the world. Now, earlier before now, you hear what they call reserve. Most of the country in this world, they reserve their money in US. That's why dollar now is like a legal tender in Nigeria. You can go to any shop that accepts dollar and buy something with dollar. If they accept it, if they don't accept it in less than 1 second, you see it's on phone, you have already changed the dollar. Even when you go to the bank, you can still change it. So US dollar stand out to be the first number one major currency in the entire world. And then we have things like the euro, which is euro, which is simply mean these are the symbols. The symbols EU. This is euro. That's the symbols for euro. USD is the symbol. Things they are going to be seen in the market, but it's called US dollar. So euro simply mean this is what you will be seeing the symbol and then equally the name of the particular currency. We have GBP, which is equal to great, great, great British pound, British pound. So all these are the currencies. We have Japanese yen, which is JPY, JPY. We have Japan Tunisian. So all these ones are the currencies you're going to be seeing regularly. And then we have the NZD. You can be taking note if you want to. NZD, which is the New New Zealand dollar. And then we have the Australian dollar. Australian dollar. The spelling, if they are correct, fine. They are not AUD. It equals to AUD. So you just be. I doesn't normally want to go back. This CHF equals Swedish franc. So these are the eight. I think eight, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7. There's another one. Canadian. So we have cat. One is missing because there are 8. So we have cat. Canadian or Canadian, right? We run like this. Wow, I can't be able Canadian dollar. So you can correct the spellings if some of them they are not right. So I just want to give you this particular outlook of this particular currencies so that you can be able to go through them and look at them very well. Now, these are the 8 major currencies in the entire world. In the entire world, we're not talking of, you don't see anything Africa here. Yeah, we have Europe, we have Japan, we have Asia, and we have a lot of other continents represented here. But Africa is a third world continent. So if we want to make it one day, Nigeria, where currency should appear here, we just have to work more harder to get more entrepreneurs. That's the only way we can be able to get this done. So these are the major currencies that anybody anywhere in the world can be able to pick and trade. Now, these currencies along the way, they are being paired. They are not just like the way they appear here. They are being paired. The pair, that is, they join one with one. So that is the way, if you open any chart or any MT4, you will see 2. You see one on the left, you see one on the right, they join together. So the fluctuation, the changes in their exchange rate is what we trade. The changes in the exchange rate of these 2 currencies is what either make you the money or lose you the money. So get that at the back of your mind. Whether it's going up or it's going down, you are interested in the difference of where you enter and where you expect it to go. The difference between those 2 price points or those 2 price reference points is what you are after. And that is why the most important thing in trading, which even you will not get there, but you should get it at the back of your mind, is what? Risk management. Your ability to manage your appetite for more when you have gotten enough is the key and fundamental way out of trading. If you forget anything today, remember that you only become a successful trader when you master your emotions of greed and fear. Why? Because the market is being driven on fear and greed. If you enter here, you lose your money. You don't enter. Why not you make $1 million today? Why? Because there's opportunity to make $1 million today, and there's opportunity to start back and to give up about the entire trade. So at the end of the day or before the day starts, is that you must be able to write down what is your goal for the day. When you achieve your goal, you wave bye-bye to the market, go and do other things. I was telling one young man, I have 3 times that I can be able to trade in a day. And if I sometimes, if I want to be serious and I have other things to do, I may wake up and people may think that this one will be more. Maybe I've made somebody's salary that money because I can be awake around 2 a.m., 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm done. Or I can be around by 7, 8, 9, 10. By 9, 10, almost to 10 now, I should be rounding up. Maximum 11, I'm done. That's for what? For the market sections that we're going to be discussing, because we have three key markets that as times goes on, based on this currency, they are countries. So you should know that as they are now, there is times that the people do transactions in those countries that the algorithm work with and operate based on those particular time frame that I make mention. So those are the 8 major currencies that anybody anywhere in the world can be able to trade. Yes, we have these are the major currencies, and then we have major pairs and minor pairs. Major pairs, now I don't need to put this one, you can take it down. Major pairs are any pair that they pair with USD. Anytime we say these are major currency pairs, that simply means the currency, it has been paired something like this. Maybe, for example, you see something like USD CAD, or you see something like, Euro USD, or you see something like GBP USD. So now, this is another thing I want you to understand, that anytime anybody on the right, left-hand side, the first currency on the left-hand side are the currencies that they are the stronger ones in ideal way. That is, USD is stronger than Canadian dollar. Euro is stronger than USD. Great British pound is stronger than USD. So on, so forth. If you want to, like, okay, that simply means in the entire scope of world, US dollar is stronger than Canadian dollar. Yes. Is euro stronger than US dollar? Yes. So those are some of the way they match the currency. You go to some places that you're going to see is Euro JPY, is GBP Euro. There is a lot of them. So any other currency that have this particular GBP USD attached to it, whether before or after, is called major currency pairs. Then anyone that does not have, because you were going to have things like Euro now JPY, going to have things like GBP JPY. So all these ones that does not have USD are called minor currency pairs. Minor currency pairs. These are called what? Minor currency pairs. Why are they minor? Because as I told you, United States of America dollar stand out to be the universal currency. Universal currency simply means there's no country on earth as we speak now that you take dollar to that you cannot be able to exchange it. But if you do mistake, take naira to some country outside far Africa, you will either come back with your naira or you throw the naira over there. Why? Because most of the time before you leave airport, anytime you want to travel, they now tell you have to exchange, or when you get there, you see people exchanging money. You just want to definitely go and exchange your own money too. So if the country you're going, you know that exchanging naira will be difficult there. You just have to change your own money to dollar. And you get to that country to change it to dollar, it's as easy, as simple as it is, because it has been regarded as a universal currency. That means it was physical travelers too, not only for those who are trading online. That is why trading is a career or is a skill set that when you acquire and you master, you can be able to operate anywhere, anytime at your own times and condition or choice. So that is how these currencies are being categorized. And then we have other currencies, whether it's whatever, like the currencies of in Africa. I think South Africa is the only currency that if you search in the market, you may see that is being traded. But it's very few people that trade it. And those currencies are the ones you see in other in the market. Or any other one apart from these two, they call them exotic currencies, which we talk about anything that have to do with whether euros, whether USD, any of the German, you mentioned them, Philippines, you can make research on that one because that is not necessary to know. But if you just want to know for knowing sake that, oh, I passed through the school of Forex, so I was able to know that we have major currency pairs, we have minor currency pairs, and then we have exotic currency pairs. So you see the example of the exotic currency pairs. Exotic is spelled, so that let it not be that my pronunciation exotic, I think, yeah, exotic currency pairs. So this is the spelling for the exotic currency pairs. You can just type, then you see a lot of numerous of them to that particular that particular you see particular examples there. So that is it for this particular currency stocks. So now there's another very key important thing I want you to take note of. I think I'm able to delete the whole of this so that we have the right take note for it. So another thing I want us to take note of is what we call Forex terminology. Terminology. Now, Forex terminology simply means that these are terms or these are words or these are words that in Forex slangs, as people do normally say, so that when me and you are somewhere and we want to trade, but we don't want to know, then what are we going to talk about? Or how are we going to communicate? That means we are the people trying to trade when there's people or we are speaking a language that nobody can understand. We have things like we start with a particular general one called the internet is not stable. I believe you can still hear me. Let it not be that I'm the one only talking here. I mute you, so if you cannot hear me at any time, please unmute yourself and or drop a message on the chat so that let me understand that we're speaking. So I believe you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know too, so that let me understand I'm not the one talking all by myself. Can you hear me, please? Ella, you are muted. So if you want to talk, you have to unmute your mic and then you talk to me. If you can hear me, let me know.
I can.
All right. You can hear me, right?
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's fine. So, all right. We're running out of time, sir. We'll soon be closing this one, then we'll come back. So now, terminologies. We're talking about the terminologies of Forex trading. Terminology simply means just terms so that you understand, okay, when we say buy, yes, there's something called buy. What is buy? Buy simply means you want to buy market. And then sometimes we say the market is bullish. And bullish simply means the market is going up. So if we are in a buy market, we say it's a bullish market. Bull, because the Forex market is being categorized into a bull and a bear market. So I believe you know those two animals. If you don't know them, go make research about them, how aggressive they get to each other when they are fighting. So you should understand that here is a fight. Is it something to scare you? No. Life generally is a fight. You fight every day to live. We strive. So if we don't want to use the word fight, we strive every day to live, to survive. In order to live, you must strive. If you don't just want to exist, because a lot of people are just existing. But for us, in order to live life and live our potential life, we definitely. So those are some of the things I want you to take note of. So when we say market is a buy market, we are talking about a bull market or a bullish market. When we say market is a buy market, we're talking about this market is a bullish market. It's a bullish market. Bullish market. Bullish market. Bullish market simply means the market is what? The buy market. The buy market. That is what a bullish market is going up. When we say the market is a bearish market, bearish market, we are referring to what? A sell market. A sell market. Now, these are the only two things we are going to be dealing with in this market. This market is either going up or is going down. Even also there is a third one that we say consolidation. Consolidation, consolidation, meaning that the market is just moving in between, but yet not that it's staying stagnant. Consolidation simply means it's not a bullish market, it's not a bearish market, but it's going up and down. Just like you run, go, run, come, you run, go, you run, come, you run, come, you call it high liquidity resistant market. So don't worry, I know what you hear me say now. Today is just the beginning, you do not understand. Along the way, just by taking them down, you are going to get to see them, going to scare them, going to even understand them more than you ever think possible. Because all this weight we're going to be using as we go into class. This is just normal class that I doesn't do at all. Because by now, I believe that whoever wants to come will have been able to know all of this stuff. But I do it simply because one, you're a woman, and a lot of women want to get into trading because we believe that women have more patience than men. Even though there's some women that they are no less patient than men. There's one of my ex-girlfriends, wow, and they want to consult her all the time because she's very aggressive all the time. So yeah, not that I'm not trying to tell you my life, but that's how life is supposed to be. Sometimes the women are supposed to be more patient, but sometimes men too can be patient. And then we have another thing called candlestick. Candlestick. So if you know what is candlesticks are what the representative of the market. In a day, the market open and close. So likewise, per second, the market open and close. So from 1 second to a day, to a week, to a month, to a year, to quarter space market, the way they have programmed it is in the sense that every day the market open and close, and the representative of that open and close is in candle. We call it what? Candlestick. That means from morning when we open, the time we close, the market moves in a direction of either up or down, or at the end of the day, you have to give us something as a representative that this is what the market did today from morning to this time, and it is being represented with what we call candlestick. So the candlestick, even though we have bar chart, but we prefer candlestick, we have line chart, or we prefer candlestick. Why? Because candlestick tells us the movement of the market, the way it was being tracked, whether by up movement or by down movement, whether based on the former language of understanding that it was a buy and sell ratio. What you have seen, we have established that right now the terminologies, we have a bullish market, which is buy market, then we have bearish market, which is sell market, then we have consolidation, the market is just protecting in between the price. And then we have that this representation of whole thing that happened for 24 hours, 5 days, a week for Forex and indices, and then 24 hours, 7 days for cryptos is being represented with what we call a candlestick. So inside that candlestick, we have three different things. The candles have what we call the body. The candle have what we call the body, wick, and then we have open and close of the candle. So these four things are very important as we go to study. We're going to study candlestick as time goes. But bear at the back of your mind that the candle have what? Body, wick, open, and close. So the wick can be in both sides. But the most important thing here is that you know that the candle have what? Open price and close price. And in between the open and close price, it have a body and a wick. So those are some of the things, or some are characteristics of the candlestick. So that is it for candlestick. All are inside what? Times and inside terms of our Forex trading language. And say, okay, after this study the week, what was the week talking about? Or the body of the candle. You know, if we are beginning to talk like that, if we are somewhere, there are some religious people there, they will begin to run that these people are talking something occultic. Because they may not really understand what is these people really talking about. And that thing is okay. What happened? You observe the body. Was the week longer with this and that? What was the opening price? This and that. So you see, this types of language is not common, except for those who know exactly. And then at the end of the day, I wrap up telling you the market bullish or bearish. So you see, oh, was it concentrated? But a lot of people may not be able to familiarize with those types of language. But these are not language to be spoken everywhere, anytime. But it's not for fancy. The aim here is to make money. So we are coming here with a mindset of we want to make money. It's not about trying to show to anybody we are trading. No, the proof of what? The proof of success or the proof of learning is what? The result. No result, one work more harder. When there is a result, it doesn't even need IQ because the results speak for themselves. So in order of that, continue going that candlestick can change the colors when we go there. Maybe you have seen it can be black. The colors are what we decide. That one you decide it on your own. Which color you want to put, which color is not for you. So those are some of the things that we are going further to learn. I think we are having like 1 minute here. So let me now begin to just explain because so that when we come back, we should be able to look other terminologies and then we wrap it up on the second coming. But I doubt whether we're going to spend up 2 hours today because I believe I've talked a lot of things. Me, I know I've talked very well sometimes. And I believe you are catching up so that we can be able to now just summarize it. So we have talked a lot of things, but I believe you have taken note. So at the end of the day, we're going to go up. So immediately when this one ends, what you're going to do is that I don't know whether this link can be reused again, but if it cannot be reused, I will try and sign in with the same link. I think it should work. If it don't work, then we can be able I should be able to drop another link immediately so that we kickstart because in less than 1 minute now, this room will come to an end so that we can be able to finish at least the terminology or the thesis today. And then if you think that's too much for you, you will go tomorrow and pray. And then on Wednesday, we wrap up the thesis and we start looking at we start next week, which is the important aspect of the trading. Then from there, we go to psychology and a lot of other things. So I believe this time I've come to an end. So I will see you in the next episode, which is episode 2. So